Kweli si kweli? Tuko na mababa wawili ambao we share. The first one is God the Father. Muislamu akiongea juu ya Mungu Mwenyezi, hata sisi tunasema Mungu Mwenyezi. Na huyo ndio our spiritual father. Tukija hapa duniani, our origin ni Ibrahim, yule ni baba wa Kristo na baba wa Muislamu. Kwa hivyo we have two fathers that we share. And what we agree or disagree with, what we disagree with is very little. Kwa hivyo hiyo tunaacha, tunaingia katika ile hali imetuleta hapa. Huyu Mungu ambaye ametuumba sisi wote, na huyu Mungu ambaye akona nia mzuri, na yule anataka kupatia neema kila mmoja wetu. So our county government officials who have come today, County Director of Education, our ministry officials, our DCC, the security team, and our civil servants who are here today, bishops and clergy that are present in this place, the representative of NACADA, our chief principal, the board of management, teachers and staff who are here, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to address now and greet my young men, my sons. How are you this afternoon? Nataka nisikie mkinisalimia. Mtaki kusalimia mama? Najua mama kama asalimiwe na watoto wake ataondoka na kwenda nyumbani. Mshamsikia mimi ndio champion wa boys. Kwa hivyo, good afternoon my sons. Yes, talk like you have strength. Good afternoon my sons. Sema tena wasikie mpaka huko, wasikie kuna mimi mama amekuja na boys wake wako. Good afternoon my sons. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Muna guruma kama simba. Kwa nini mnakaanga kama chicken that has been rained on? You are the best, you are the leaders. You are the head of families, you are the future. Na wasitustue mimi ndio mama yenu. And I will stand with you all the time. Na mimi nikiwaona najua hii county ya Mombasa iko sawa. Nikiangalia najua Kenya iko sawa. Na nikiwaona mimi naona viongozi, naona mababa wa kesho, naona kila mtu. Na mmesikia mimi sitaki muende kwa hawa wasichana watawapoteza, wachana na hawa kwa wakati huu. Lakini wakati ukifika, ninataka tufike hapo na tuende tufanye harusi, si ndio? Yes. Watu wasiwadanganye, male and female God created them. But there is a place for male and female and those activities. And I know I'm talking to adult young men, si ndio? So don't allow yourself to be messed up by girls, and don't mess my girls. Simpige makofi kidogo. You know, when I stand here as a mother, I don't need to read anything to know what to tell you. Because I know for sure I have a great crowd that is sitting here, and I know I have the future before me. So I am very careful what I'm going to say to you. Every one of you was created by God with a purpose. Say, I was created with a purpose. Your destiny is very great. Say, my destiny is very great. And God knows you by your own name. Say, God knows me by name. Unaona watu wakiangalia tu, kwa sababu saa ingine tunatereza, tunaanguka, watu wanatuita na majina ya kuanguka, wanatuita drug addicts, wanatuita watoto sijui ni watoto wa single mother, sijui ni watoto wa wapi. Umeshawahi kusikia mahali mwanamke amezaa peke yake? Hata kama uko kwa single mother, kuna baba mahali, si ndio? Kwa hivyo kila mtoto ako na baba yake, na yule hata kama ameaga dunia, kuna Mungu ambaye ni baba yenu. Kwa hivyo mkae mkijiona na kumjisikia nyinyi ni watu ambao wako very very important to me. Na ningetaka niwasomee Jeremiah chapter 1 ndio mjue vile Mungu anasema juu yenu. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4 to 10 says, the call of Jeremiah, and it says, the word of the Lord came to me saying, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Hata kabla hujaingia hii dunia, Mungu alikuwa anajua wewe. Sema jina yako, Mungu alikuwa anajua nani? Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. You are people who are set apart. Very important. God knows you by your name, and God has set you apart. So you must be careful how you live, and you must be careful what you focus on, because you must focus on that great destiny that God has for you. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. You people who sit here, God has appointed you to go to nations, not only here in county ya Mombasa, not only in Kenya, but you have the capacity and potential to go anywhere if your mindset is right. Say, I'm going to change my mindset. Allah says, and Jeremiah spoke to God as he was speaking. You see, like now I'm telling you, God is saying, I know you by your name. Even before you came into your mother's womb, I knew you. And I set you apart for a business of mine. You have a purpose, and I care about you. You are a great man. And then Jeremiah nasema, Sovereign Lord, I said, I do not know how to speak. I'm too young. But the Lord said to me, do not say I am young. You must go everywhere I send you and say whatever I command you. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you and will rescue you, declares the Lord. The Lord reached out his hand and touched my mouth and said to me, I have put words in your mouth. See, today I appoint you over the nations and the kingdoms to uproot, to tear down, to destroy, and to overthrow, to build, and to plant. Now, if you think about yourself, and as a mother, I stand here, I look at you, I see the great future that you have, that the opportunities that are in this country and in other countries and the whole world are waiting for you to finish your school and go become great people. Amongst you are doctors. In the midst of you are people who are going to deliver this country from economic and wars and crises that we are going through. Nyinyi ndio Mungu anagojea mfanye kazi yenu. Kwa hivyo, what you do, the decisions you make, the choices you make are going to determine how this country is going to be run. Sema hii inchi inagojea mimi. You must be careful. There are two things you must never joke about with. One of them is time, and the other one is chance. What and what? When you wake up, you find it is 6 o'clock. Whether it is a girl or a boy, an old or a young man, they still are on the same time zone. Is that not correct? We have 12 hours and we have 12 hours. What makes the difference is how you use that time. How are you using that time in this school? How are you using your free time? How are you using your study time? What choices are you making within that time God has given you? What company are you keeping within the time you have? Because when you come here, you get a birth certificate. And the death certificate is going to be written at the end of the day. Between the birth and the death, you have that opportunity God has given you to read, to do right, make right decisions, and your life will be different. Many of us, they sit there telling themselves, because you come from a poor background, you cannot make it. That's a lie from the devil. Say it's a lie from the devil. I can tell you, I come from myself. My background is where my dad died when I was very young. So we were left, 8 of us, now with a widow mother. She was a housewife then. And you know, in 2 years after my father died, we had to move from where we were, our land was sold, and we went to stay in a ghetto in Thika called Kiandutu. And from a ghetto, now I am where? In the palace. Is that correct? So my background does not determine where I will be. My parents are just a vehicle God used so that I can be where I am. To get into this world, God will have to use a vehicle. So it doesn't matter why you born out of rape, why you born out of by poor people, by rich people, by white people, by black people, by green people, by yellow people. That is not the issue. The issue is you. The time you have been given, you must use it and use it properly. The decisions you make now will either break or make you. The success you make, it is determined by how you use time. The other thing is the opportunities. All of you, God has given you the opportunity to be in this school. This is a very good school. And I believe with the 45 teachers I have been told that are here, 750 students being taken care by 45 teachers. If you take your time properly, you study in the right way, you have the right mindset, I can tell you, you will be able to compete with Alliance any day, anytime. It takes the right mindset. If you go there, because I've been in Alliance, actually that is where I went to school. From ghetto to Mogunumoine Primary School, from Mogunumoine Primary School, I went to Alliance. From Alliance, I went to St. Francis because Alliance did not have too much inclination to art subjects, and I wanted to do an art subject. I went to St. Francis. From St. Francis, I went to Kenyatta University. And from there, I became a banker. And I've been running even businesses from a ghetto. So don't give yourself an excuse that because your parents are poor, that is why you are performing poorly. How does that one connect with your head? How? How does lack of school fees cause you to score an E? It is laziness and lack of understanding. In fact, most of the people who come from the poor backgrounds, they should focus on becoming somebody, because you do not, the education is where everything gets an equalizer. Because when you come to a class, I believe nobody is told you are from a high class, I don't know, you are from poor people, you are from rich people. You are taught by the same teacher, same subject, same intonations you hear, and therefore we must use our time properly. Say we are going to use our times properly. Have the right mindset. So if you want to give yourself an excuse I would have had an excuse and I say, my father has died, our land has been sold, we have gone to Kiandutu, my mother has no school fees, so I will not pass. But that gave me the impetus to work even harder than anybody else. When other people were going to do all those funny things, I was in class studying because I wanted to succeed. And that is what the decision you should make. Change your mindset. Change the way you do things, and you will see things are going to change. If you sit there and you hear, oh, wacha twende tukafute bangi kwa sababu sijui, no. That one must never enter your head. Never keep company that is going nowhere. Do you hear me, my son? Let me tell you, the time you get some people who are going nowhere, they will tell you about nowhere, and you are going somewhere. And they will waste your time. And by the time you realize it, you are scoring E's. Unanisikia? Find the right company when you are here. Those people who want to study, that is how we used to do. When we were in primary, I went and looked for people who are very bright in mathematics. I looked at one who are bright in science, and we would sit over the weekend when the other people are just going to race around. We will sit and we will have a group that will discuss mathematics with the genius of mathematics. And as we were doing that, we are still internalizing some of the things maybe the teacher could not explain to us. The genius in mathematics was able to give us the tips. And by the time we finished standard 7, most of us had A's. And we were not even being taught by teachers per se. It was those geniuses in mathematics. And because they are our peers, they would come and we will be able to ask questions and they would be able to answer. Same with science and everything. And I believe it is the same thing. Even in Alliance, you went and found that is where all people had come from various backgrounds and everybody had an A. But there are people who you would sit with and you felt comfortable and you would have a group where you study. So I ask you to use your time properly. Say we are going to use our time properly. The other thing that I found in school, that if I went to a teacher and I needed help, that teacher would never deny me help. And I believe that these teachers, whether you are in day school or not, if you are to show interest, I am very sure these teachers will be waiting for you to come and help you. And therefore, I do not want you to sit there saying, oh yeah, about what? You are men. And you are great leaders. Headship requires responsibility and accountability. You are going to be fathers. And fathers, everyone will be looking up to you. These girls you are talking about, they will want a man who is going somewhere. They want a man who is chummed. Nobody wants lovey-dovey. You eat love. No. Yeah? Have you ever been served with love on the table and you get satisfied? What if your mother came in the evening today and she put love on the plate, and tomorrow morning breakfast, love? She will love you, all right, and it is a great thing. But she has to work so that you eat. Same thing. You must work very hard, get out of this school, and get yourself a job, young men. Otherwise, wao wasichana mnaona wanawapenda tu hivi. Kama anaona hauna kitu, my friend, you'll be alone. Ndio naona mnaenda mkijinyonga. You don't need to do that for a girl. Jipigiani makofi nyinyi. You see, where you are is very critical. Because you go and you see this young girl and you think you ni Maraika, sijui ni nini, she is your angel. And then one day she's turning to be a devil. And the next thing you want is to kill yourself. For what? Let me tell you, that one who leaves you. Si unaona hapa kuna miti mingi na iko na maua. Please go and get some flowers. Send her and say, thank you for leaving me. A better one is coming. And get yourself ready for a better person who will love you, because they will love you. The moment you go there, you work and do the right thing, make the right decisions, you have a good job, oh my God, they will be waiting. You will be the one to choose. But if you are in the gutter like the ones I'm going now, I'm already having bigger problem of your brothers who are in drugs, in those drug dens. I have to go there and pull them out. I don't want, when I pull them out, then all these wonderful, handsome men of mine, then I go and find them dirty, and it is not fair to a mother. Say, it's not fair to you, ma'am. So please, I have come to advise you to make the right decision. Use the time you have properly. Use the opportunity God has given you, and come out a great man. Come out a great leader. Come out better. If you can wake the one who is sleeping there. And I can tell you that things change and transform themselves as long as you are using your time properly. I know sometimes some of us have sugar levels that are down, so don't worry, I know. My son, don't worry, I love you. So I am telling you very important things, and one day mutanikumbuka. Siku moja mutanikumbuka. Wale ndugu zenu ambao wako huko hizo dens na hizo gangs mnasikia, they want to change. They want to be different. But they made a mistake, and now they are sick, and we have to take care of them, rescue them, and take them to hospital, and we are trying to get jobs for them. As for you, I want you to study and concentrate on the studies, and don't come to that space, because it's a very bad space. I wish some of you, maybe some of you who have not seen your brothers lately, wengine wamejinduka mashindano huku mpaka wako na vindoda. Jana tunaenda tu kupeleka medical camp. There is not even a single place now you can be able even to inject them. They are just heading to the grave. We don't want to bury our children. No mother, no father want to bury their children. And here we are every day, munakufa tu. You must stop this thing. Will you? Do you promise? Na wale hawasemi? Do you promise? Yeah, because we love you. And I'm telling you, we are working very hard to see by the time you leave, there will be jobs available for you. We are working day and night to see that the moment you leave, you will have a job to do. For your brothers right now, we are getting them from the dens, rescuing them from there. We are taking them to rehab centers. From the rehab centers, we are taking them to vocational training, where we can train them and give them life skills and empower them so that they can stand for themselves. And then we are doing the sporting activities, of which even yourselves, we want to include sporting activities in schools so that you can also grow your talent. I have seen you are very talented young men, and I'm so glad. The poems that you are saying here, my friend, you are people with a great talent. Do not allow yourself to be messed up with drugs and alcohol. Keep yourself pure, keep yourself clean, and above all, remember that there is a God who cares for you, has called you by your name, appointed you, and his destiny is very great for you. You have a great destiny. And I'll continue to tell you this. And I said this because young men, sometimes it's only a mother who can speak to you the way I'm speaking to you. Isn't it? And only a mother can love you the way we love you. You know, sometimes your fathers will run away when you are the way you are. When you become radical, it is only a mother who can stay with you. If you go there and mess yourself up, you get into accidents, you break your bones, it is only your mother who can stay with you. But we don't want to have cripples. We do not want to have people who have failed. We want all of you to succeed. We want you to grow, to become fathers. We want to be named. Yeah, we see your children and your children's children, and we celebrate you. That is what we want to see. My business here was just to come and tell you, you make the right choices. Use your time properly. Make the right decisions. And those decisions you make today will also be able to reflect. And the company you keep, if I look at the things that are happening around you, I will know by the company you keep. Keep the right company. If you find somebody is going nowhere, leave them, let them stay there. It's just like entering this vehicle and it is on stones. And you start driving and you say you are going nowhere. Just get to a good vehicle that is going and it's moving. And you get to your destination. Do we agree? In conclusion, I advocate for collaboration of efforts for change, call for collaboration amongst the students, parents, teachers, and the community to combat the drug abuse. I propose that we start organizing awareness seminars across these schools, and even to those ones who have fallen, they are still our children. And let us become champions, especially you. You are the ones who can speak to your peers, and they will listen to you. I hear yourselves, you are calling yourself Generation Alpha, Nazi. Sindio? That is what you call yourself. You Generation Alpha and Z. Let me tell you, you have a great future. Our God says he's the Alpha and the Omega. Z is the end. Sindio? If this God, who is the Alpha and the Omega, is your guide, you can never go wrong. And I can tell you, as a mother, I will continue to pray for you. And I will love you and love you. Even if you are unlovable, I will love you. Until you change your mind. Yeah? Nitakimbizana na nyinyi. Hata musipendeke, nitawapenda, mpaka mutanisikiria huruma. Yeah? You love me? Yeah, you can say it. I love you. Yeah. I love you very much. Let me tell you, these people who imagine vain things about my children, they will change their mind in 3 years. Because they will see my children get out and become better and better. And this country will be a good country. Because I am standing for you. They say something, I say different. They say negative things about my boys, I say something positive about my boys. They say you have no future, I declare you have a better future than those other ones. They say you are a failure, I say you are a success. They say you are drug addicts, I say you are better people, you are healthy people. They say you are going nowhere, I say you have great destinies. And every day I'm on my knee concerning you, and I know this God I pray is going to change your life.